This video may contain spoilers for the series Daredevil Born Again, streaming on Disney+. So this is your final spoiler warning. Okay, so first, briefly, let's cover attachment theory, what it is. So there's four main attachment styles. There's only one secure attachment style, and that's the secure attachment style. This person is very secure with themselves. They usually have secure relationships because they have a good sense of self-esteem that comes from within. Now, the anxious preoccupied really struggles with their self-esteem, and they identify with their relationships. So they're preoccupied with a relationship, or the idea of a relationship. And they're very hyper attuned to their emotions, other people's emotions, but they struggle with self-esteem. So they really need external validation, right? The dismissive avoidant is someone who struggles with vulnerability. They are terrified by emotions. They really struggle to communicate and express their emotions. And the fearful avoidant is both anxious and dismissive. So they really swing between these two. And that's why this is also called the disorganized attachment style. So that's just a brief overview of what attachment styles are. And if you didn't know, everybody has an attachment style. Everybody in life has an attachment style. Okay. And yes, Wilson Fisk has an attachment style. That's who we're talking about today. So yeah, what is Wilson Fisk's attachment style? Well, I can tell you right now, it is not a secure attachment style. No, because this man is so deeply insecure. After watching, and I watched I've been watching Daredevil since it premiered in 2014 on Netflix, and I recently finished Daredevil Born Again. But I can tell you right now, Wilson Fisk is has an anxious preoccupied attachment style all the way. Not only that, Wilson Fisk is a deep narcissist. Okay. Now, I want to be clear. Attachment style does not define personality type. Okay. So just because someone has an anxious, preoccupied attachment style, it does not mean they're a narcissist. Okay. Someone with an anxious, preoccupied attachment style, they may be a narcissist. They may be a very caring empath, right? They may be someone who's very caring with a lot of empathy. But in the case of Wilson Fisk, yes, he has an anxious attachment style, but he does not have empathy. He is a deep narcissist. Okay, so he comes off as this powerful man with a bunch of bravado and charisma. Okay, he has all this political power and money, but instead of using these as tools in life, he hides behind them because he is so insecure. Because inside, okay. Inside, Wilson Fisk is a wounded, scared little boy. Okay? And yeah, I know his backstory and I can empathize. I can empathize with his backstory. Yes, his father was very abusive towards him and his mother. He was a horrible man. And Wilson got rid of his father, okay, to protect his mother from further abuse. Okay, and sadly, Wilson Fisk, he never healed from those childhood wounds. Okay, so he still carries them. Okay, it makes him so insecure. Right, he needs to hide behind this facade of the Kingpin. Right, he always needs to have this empire, this kingdom to hide behind because he's so scared. He's such a wounded little boy on the inside. And yeah, this reminds me of these, I see these alpha male, these red pill bros on social media, right? Like the Andrew Tate types, okay? And they push this message onto young men to build your empire, build your kingdom, right? And when I was younger, I used to buy into that. Okay, I used to think I needed to have this kingpin persona. I needed to have an empire. But these are signs of insecurity. Okay, when you need a persona like that of the kingpin, you need this empire. It's because you can't find fulfillment from within, because you lack self-esteem from within. Okay, so yes, it's okay to chase success. It's okay to chase money. But if you don't have a foundation of self-esteem from within, then that success, that money, it's never going to be enough for you. You'll never be able to fill that void from the outside. So for Wilson Fisk, it's never enough. He will never be able to fill that void. Okay. And, for me, I look at a guy like Matt Murdock. He doesn't need an empire. He doesn't need a kingdom. He has a solid foundation of confidence within himself. Okay. He doesn't need all this money and this power and status to hide behind. Okay. So again, it's okay to chase money. It's okay to chase success, even power, but it's not okay to hide behind it, which is what Wilson Fisk does. He hides behind that persona of the Kingpin and this empire. So when I hear these things like build your empire, I really think to myself, I don't want an empire. I don't want a kingdom. I just want a home, right? So yeah, and as far as Kingpin's Wilson Fisk, as far as his relationship with Vanessa, okay, look, I don't believe this man loves Vanessa. I don't think so. He may be obsessed with Vanessa. Yeah, he may be very attached to Vanessa, but I don't think this man, Wilson Fisk, I don't think he's capable of loving someone. I don't think he's capable of loving another person, right? I think Vanessa is his main source of narcissistic supply. Okay? And that's the thing with narcissists, is they don't see people as people. They see them as resources, okay, for personal gain. And I think that's all Vanessa is to him, is his resource for admiration, for affection, for personal gain, to fill this void inside of him. And Vanessa is compliant, okay? She is a participant. She is definitely no angel. But I see how possessive Wilson Fisk is of her, right? How jealous he gets about Vanessa's affair with Adam when he was away. And I think if Vanessa were to ever try to leave this relationship, okay? If Vanessa were ever try to leave this relationship, I think Fisk would get rid of her. Now, I want to be very careful with the language that I use because some words are banned on YouTube's algorithm. But so when I say get rid of her, you know what I mean. But if Vanessa were to ever try to leave the relationship, Wilson Fisk, he wouldn't have it. He would get rid of her, okay? Because he would think, well, if I can't have you, nobody can. And I think that's how Wilson Fisk operates. It is textbook narcissism. And yeah, Matt Murdock took a bullet for Wilson Fisk, saved his life. And what did Fisk do in return? He put a hit on Murdock. This guy has no empathy. Okay, so I don't think he's capable of. I think he's capable of love. No empathy. He's a scared little boy on the inside who needs to hide behind all of this money and political power because he's so wounded. He's so insecure. But yeah, that's my take on Wilson Fisk. Anxious, preoccupied attachment style, so insecure, such a deep narcissist. But let me know what you all think. Okay, any questions, thoughts, comments? Share them in the comment section. Let's get the discussion going. If this video was helpful, then please like and subscribe. And if you want to share it with someone, they might find it interesting. But until next time, you take care, and I'll see you in the next video.